Now at 5, with temperatures on the rise, one Estacada family has a warning to parents.
Even a child younger than 4 could easily fall out of a window.
Plus, in Washington, a clash of protesters and counter-protesters results in nearly 24 arrests.
I think coming to this park was really provocative.
And as we enter the unofficial start to summer, details on a new and easy way to get from Portland to the coast. And taking a live look outside now, cooler temperatures today made for the perfect conditions to get out to the Multnomah County Fair at Oaks Park. We're taking a live look now as people enjoy a performance by the Salem Youth Mariachi. Well, if you can't make it today, there's still fun to be had on Memorial Day. Meteorologist Joe Ranieri is joining us this evening. Joe, what can folks expect on Monday?
It'll be a little bit cooler out there again tomorrow, and with the cooler conditions, we'll see some light showers. We're seeing kind of a weak system move on shore right now, bringing kind of overcast skies. Those clouds really never melted away like as expecting, unfortunately, but still, we're looking at very comfortable conditions out there this afternoon. I am paying attention to these the potential for some thunderstorms to pop up throughout the east side of the Cascades, but there's that front that's going to be moving on shore here the next few hours. As it does, we'll start to see some increasing clouds, obviously, and with those increasing clouds, we'll be seeing some light showers. But so far, those showers haven't picked up along the central Oregon coast. This is a live look from our Chinook Winds beach camera over in Lincoln City with a temperature of 59 degrees. I've been paying attention to this camera here the last couple of hours. Kind of jealous of the people enjoying the holiday weekend at the beach. Good amount of crowds so far. Looking into tomorrow, John, we'll be looking at temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s, so relatively mild with daytime highs right around 70 degrees. Again, I think the threat of showers really starts to evaporate and taper off heading into the end of the morning commute. But of course, a lot of us won't have a morning commute for Memorial Day. As we go into tomorrow, again, this model is showing showers kind of stick around really into the early morning hours. By late morning, early part of the afternoon, those clouds will lift a little bit. And I do have some good news if you like some summer-like weather. That's coming up at least 2 days ahead in the extended forecast. I'll talk more about that in just a few minutes.
All right, Joe, thank you. Well, tonight, an important warning for parents after a 4-year-old survived falling out of a second-story window in Estacada. While he recovers, his parents want others to know about the risks of window falls. Our Kyle Eboshi is joining us now from the newsroom with that important message. Kyle.
And this warning is especially timely now with temperatures in the 70s and 80s this week. More and more families are likely to open their windows to let fresh air in, but doing so may create an unexpected hazard.
I'm a little fast kid.
There's no slowing down Tate McDonald, not even a broken leg, after falling out of a second-story window at his family's Estacada home.
Did you ever think you'd fall out of a window?
No.
It happened 2 weeks ago. His family had just moved in. Tate's dad was assembling a bed frame nearby when, well, I'll let Tate explain.
I couldn't find a place to sit, no chairs.
He fell back through the screen and out the window.
That's why I sit right there, and then it broke down. Then I fall down, and then I went to the, hospital.
The 4-year-old suffered a broken femur or thigh bone and wears a brace while he heals.
Well, it's kind of a cast, but it's not a cat.
Nationwide, nearly 3,300 kids younger than 6 fall from windows each year. These tumbles can cause serious injuries and, in rare cases, death.
Never something we would have even thought about. We've had 2-story houses before. Just didn't cross our mind.
To prevent falls, parents can install window guards or window stops. These safety devices are fairly inexpensive and easy to install.
All it does is just keep the window from going any further than about 4 inches.
It was a scary accident and an eye-opener for this family.
I said to other kids, be careful.
Now they're hoping to spread the word about the danger of open windows and the risk they pose to little ones.
Oh, no.
In addition to installing window stops or a window guard, experts also suggest parents move items away from windows, things like beds, dressers, or shelves that kids can climb on. Also, it's a good idea to keep windows locked. Only open the windows that kids can't reach. Well, definitely an important message. Thank you for that reporting, Kyle.
And an update today on a deadly crash on Highway 26 that shut down a stretch of the road for much of last night. Oregon State Police have identified the victim as 59-year-old Michelle Moussan of Vancouver. Moussan was the passenger of a Nissan heading east when a westbound Toyota crossed the center line and hit the Nissan head-on. A total of 5 other people were hospitalized with serious injuries. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. And new tonight, a pedestrian was killed yesterday after they were hit by a car in McMinnville. It happened around 5:30 Saturday evening at the intersection of Southwest Old Sheridan Road and Cypress Lane. The pedestrian, 46-year-old Audra Ackerman, was walking her dog and crossing the road when they were hit. Both died on scene. The driver stayed on scene and spoke to investigators. The police department says there are no signs intoxication or excess speed were factors, so they remind people to be aware of extra pedestrian traffic as we approach summer. Pepper balls, property destruction, and arrests at a Seattle park on Saturday. Police say they arrested 22 people after counter-protesters interrupted a controversial rally. Alex McClune reports.
Chaos at Cal Anderson Park. People taken to the ground and bikes used to protect police. Officers made multiple rounds of arrests Saturday afternoon after speakers took to the stage for a religious event.
Hey, listen, it's going to be a little fun today. If you're down for fun, you came to the right place.
The May Day USA Tour describes itself as a faith-based initiative, offering resources for people who decided on abortions and are part of gay relationships. A Seattle police spokesperson says counter-protesters threw items at officers while we saw others take aim at the stage and its crowd. Police say multiple people were taken into custody for assault and property destruction a half hour into the May Day USA Tour. Earlier in the afternoon, organizers with the Seattle Democratic Socialists of America say they came to counter anti-queer messaging and say they invited multiple groups.
Well, I think coming to this park was really provocative, and so they're going to get met with resistance.
Cal Anderson was Washington's first openly gay member of the state legislature. Other groups who were invited say they came to support the city's LGBTQ+ community.
I would say the queer community here is resilient. It's a very strong community. We have each other's backs.
The stage set in the middle of the park, it's featured speakers hit other major cities like Los Angeles, Houston, and Miami. Officers on bikes swept in minutes after the speaker Ross Johnston took the stage.
In other news, a 5-day mission by the Portland Police Bureau led to dozens of arrests and nearly 80 referrals to the city's deflection program. Officers targeted a different part of the city each day, Monday through Friday, focusing on drug users and those with warrants for other crimes. On Friday, PPB bike squads were assisted by about 20 Oregon State Police troopers. Those troopers were sent to help in the mission by Governor Tina Kotek. Bike squads swept areas from the park blocks through Goose Hollow and areas around Providence Park. On Friday alone, teams made 39 arrests and sent 20 people to deflection. Here was Commander Bryant Hughes on Friday describing the mission.
Today, with the assistance of the Oregon State Police, which is really a force multiplier, we're going to go out and solve problems in this area. We've removed camps. Like I said, we've gotten people help for addiction issues with deflection. We've taken people to jail when that's warranted.
78 people were referred to deflection in the 5-day mission, and nearly 100 arrests were made. In your travel news tonight, there's a new way for people in Portland to get to and from the coast. The North Coast Express launched this weekend. Our photojournalist Drake Matney takes us along for the ride.
This is a big project for us, and we're really excited to officially launch the North Coast Express.
By linking the Portland metro area with key destinations along the northern coast, this project improves accessibility for residents and visitors alike while strengthening the economies of our coastal communities.
For folks who aren't comfortable driving, can't drive, or don't have a car, now there's a new day trip or convenient option to get out and back the same day.
I am thrilled that there's going to be a new and convenient transit option to get to the North Coast without a car.
Seats are comfortable, they lean back. There's outlets. I've got my laptop with me. I've got Wi-Fi connectivity. I'll be, working on the bus.
If you go to settings and then go to Wi-Fi, it'll show up.
I've been to the coast, a few times since I moved here, but I don't go as often because I hate fighting the traffic up 26. And generally, when it's nice and everybody wants to go to the coast, everybody has the same idea.
In the past, I had looked into ways to get to the coast, and it seemed like there were some options. But this did seem a lot more accomplishable and easy to do in a single day. So I just went to Cannon Beach today. I love to be able to walk out my door and go to the forest, but I also want to be able to experience our oceans and estuaries. So yeah, that was really what brought me, experiencing something different.
We probably will do it again, I would guess. It's just a really, it's just a nice not to have to be behind the wheel to go out to the coast.
Yeah, this is perfect. I mean, this is kind of like a nice, easy ride, comfortable. It's got everything that you need. Leave the driving to somebody else, and it's stress-free.
This is exactly the kind of thing we should be working on for the economy and for the environment.
This express the express service will be running Fridays through Sundays, every weekend through the last weekend of August.
It's better for the environment, and it's a better use of your time.
And again, just like we heard, it's going to run Friday through Sunday. Tickets start at $35. Again, the last day of scheduled service is August 31st. You can find more details on our website, kgw.com. And with Monday being Memorial Day, Portland's National Guard Base is planning to conduct flyovers for local cemeteries. Some of the scheduled flyovers are listed here, starting with Forest Lawn Cemetery in Gresham and ending with Fort Vancouver in Vancouver. The timing could change depending on the weather. And a reminder for commuters about TriMet's Memorial Day schedule. Because of the holiday, tomorrow all buses and MAX trains are going to run on their Sunday schedules. There's also no West service, and Portland Streetcar is going to run on its Saturday schedule.